And welcome to the first episode of True Sports with myself, Taylor Phillips, and Louis Tenore. Louis,
Thank you.
glad to kick off a national sports show just between the two of us. So,
Yes.
ready to kick things off?
Oh, yeah.
Playing catch,
Mhm.
throwing catch, having a catch.
Mhm.
No matter how you say
Well, yeah, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We're just getting started here.
it.
Right.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
The downfall of live broadcasting.
Uh-huh.
Catch a share between father and child. Like
So-
it was whenever Dan Bryant had a catch.
Is that an ad?
Well, I'm getting the scores in, and getting that trying to get it off here. Just getting the final scores in the games because my computer erased it for some ridiculous reason. Yeah, no good. But that's okay. That's okay. I can mute it though.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So the first two
Yeah.
games of the Stanley Cup final, Colorado Avalanche lead the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-0. They won 4-3 in overtime and then 7-0 in game 2. Game 3 is Monday in St. Petersburg
He was a smart kid.
at Amalie Arena.
Not only academically, but
Yeah.
And there goes the ad again. But that 7-0 victory has convinced a lot of people that Colorado might win this series early on in either 4 or maybe 5 games. A lot of people are convinced that Colorado may take it in a sweep, may take the cup in a sweep. What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Going into this series, I knew that the Lightning would be in a lot of trouble. They have a lot to, fight off against. The Avalanche is just too strong. Their offense is phenomenal, and it's making their defense, look horrendous. I'm not surprised by this at all. They should know that going in there. Yes, I know that they had an 8-game layoff. That is the Avalanche, and sometimes that does present, on the opposite side because you get, it's a question of rest versus rust. Are they well rested or well rusted? So that could really throw them off. But the Avalanche has shown that, the time off has done them well because, they're beating them up. And last night, if that was any indication, this series could be over in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't win, if Lightning win tomorrow, I hate to say it, but this series is going to be over. And like I told you tonight, this was a dangerous team, and everybody's thinking, you think it's going to be a sweep? Everybody said no, but the way I see it, I think a sweep is likely to happen. If tomorrow they don't win, forget it. This series will be over.
Mm-hmm.
They got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they do. So, switching over to baseball, the week, reviewing the week that was in Major League Baseball, was there anything that stood out to you?
Well, the fact that you had 2 streaks that came to an end on the same night, the Braves ending a 14-game winning streak, and the Cubs' 10-game losing streak is over, and that hasn't happened since 1999. The Braves are now making it interesting in the National League East, trying to challenge the Mets. So just when we thought that this was going to be all wrapped up and the Mets were going to take it into into cruise control, now it might get a little bit more interesting. Unfortunately, the Phillies, are sliding back, and the Cincinnati Reds are still the Cincinnati Reds at the bottom of the barrel, like they have been since the beginning of the season. But like I said, watch out for the National League East, and watch out in the National League West too, because that's going to be a tight race. I think it's going to be a tight race going all the way to the end of the season. You got 3 teams vying for it. You got the Dodgers, you got the Padres. Don't count the Giants just yet. I think they might be able to make a surge come when the dog days really hit. So it's really a three-way race, in the National League West. I would watch this very, very carefully.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And with that being said, it's time for that National Sports Report. Lewis, go right ahead.
All right, here we go, folks. All right, so we'll start off with the baseball standings here. And it goes like this. The Nationals over the Phillies 9-3. Terrell got the win and Eflin got the loss. The Pirates over the Giants 4-3. Bender got the win and Rogers got the loss. It was not a beautiful day in his neighborhood. Red Sox over the Cardinals 6-4. Pavera got the win. Palme got the loss, and Hulk got the save. Continuing on. Orioles over the Rays 2-1. Vespi got the win. Kluber got the loss, and Lopez got the save. Blue Jays came back all the way down from 8-3 to beat my Yankees 10-9. I'm just sickened by that. I'll be totally honest with you. Garcia got the win. Potrello got the loss, and Romano got the save. Unreal. Brewers over the Reds 6-3. Hauser got the win. Minor got the loss, and Williams got the save. Tigers over the Rangers 7-3. Dunning got the win. Lang got the loss.
Lane got the win. Dunning got the loss.
6-9. Dunning got the loss. Lang got the win. Dunning got the loss. Braves over the Cubs 6-0. Anderson got the win, and Hendricks got the loss. The Rockies over the Padres 8-3. Cincinnati got the win, and Sneal got the loss. A's over the Royals 4-0. And Singer got the loss. Angels over Mariners 4-0. Wants got the win, and Gilbert with the Dodgers 5-3. Morgan got the win. Kimbrel got the loss, and Claus got the save. The D-backs over the Twins 7-1. Kelly got the win. Archer got the loss. Wow. And the Astros over the White Sox 4-3. Javier got the win. Kopech got the loss, and Presley got the save. All right, so now
Next thing you know, I kind of hear
we'll take over to the standings in just a moment here. I'm going to go to that right now. As we are now facing another week passes by. There's another week of just by. And by the way, I think the Mets might be looking a little bit shaky right now. I mean, they're having trouble with being some of their teams on the road as well as at home. So we'll have to wait and see what that. I'm just a little shocked by the Yankees loss today. I mean, they were up 8-3, and I figure it was going to be a shoo-in to win that game, but for some reason they just couldn't hold it. How do you blow an 8-3 lead? Again, it was kind of early in the game too, so that might be a problem there. Okay, so the standings go this way.
You blew it!
Yeah, I guess that could be an answer for that. They blew it. Yeah. All right. Very fine. Yeah, 8-3 though, and just not what we were expecting. Just not what I was expecting. Okay. So anyway. Okay. And also another note, they also had the U.S. Golf Championships final today too, and Fitzpatrick from England won his second won his first major league title. One stroke to capture his first major in today's final round. In a three-way battle that went to the end, Fitz controlled with a great break and had a better shot on the 15th with a two-shot swing. And he was a clutch shot on a fairway bunker in the 18th, setting up par 2 for 68. Will Zalatoris dropped to his knees on the 15th birdie, ended up with a 69, and Scheffler finished 2 shots back with the 70. Okay, so now here we go with the standings. Yankees are now 49-17, just missed getting that 50th win of the year. But still have 11-game lead with the Birds at 49-17. The Blue Jays are 38-28. 13 back are the Rays at 35-20. Red Sox 36-31, 13 at back, and the Orioles 30-38, 20 back. Yeah. Continuing on in the Central, the Twins 38-30. They're a game ahead of the Guardians 34-28. 5 back at the White Sox 31-33. The Tigers 26-40. The Rays at 35. And the Royals 23-42 at 13.5 back. Not good, folks. Not good. Over to the West. The Astros are 41-25, have a 9.5 game lead with the Angels at 33-36. The Rangers 31-35, 10 back. The Mariners 29-39, 13 back, and the A's 19 back at 23-45. The Mets lead the National League East at 44-24. Have a 5.5 game lead with the Braves at 38-29. The Phillies at 36-32, 8 back. The Marlins at 29-35, 13 back, and the Nationals 24-46 at 21 back. Okay. To the Central. Cardinals are 38-30 and are tied with the Brewers. The Pirates are 26-39, 10 halfback. The Cubs 25-41, 12 back, and the Reds 23-43, 14 back. In the West, the Dodgers are 40-25, have a half game lead with the Padres at 41-27. Giants 3 back, like I said. The D-backs are 32-36, 9.5 back, and the Rockies 30-37, 11 back. Just like I told you guys, because like I said, this race is going to be very, very tough going into the later months. I know everybody's thinking, well, you can't tell a season that's going to be happening, right now. Well, you can get a pretty good idea of what's going to happen as we go further down. Okay, so we have tomorrow's schedule, and it goes like this. The Marlins take on the Mets at 1:10 tomorrow. I believe that's a makeup game because it's unusual that they have a afternoon game on a Monday in the regular season unless it's opening day. The Cubs take on the Pirates at 7:05. The Tigers take on the Red Sox at 7:10. Also 7:10, the Yankees take on the Rays. The Giants take on the Braves at 7:20. The Cardinals take on the Brewers at 8:10. The Blue Jays take on the White Sox at 8:10 as well. At 9:38, the Royals take on the Angels. At 9:40, the D-backs take on the Padres. Yeah, kind of weird times though, like 9:38 and 7:07. I mean, that's what the Blue Jays do, but I just don't get that. It's some kind of a weird thing they do, but I just don't get it. We'll figure that out later. As we now almost head into July. All right, so as we mentioned, the Avalanche and the Tampa Bay Lightning head to Game 3 tomorrow. The Avalanche have a 2-0 lead and so far have done serious damage right now so far. And if they don't win tomorrow, I think it's safe to say that this team is a goner. But we'll see about that. So anyway, history was made today in baseball as Pirates rookie Jack Zawinski became the first rookie in Major League history to hit 3 home runs in a single game, and the third was a walk-off. The rookie drove down a slider from Tyler Rogers to give him his second walk-off win of the season. He is the first rookie to have 3 home runs, including a game winner in history. That is shocking. I thought maybe it was done before that. Okay. The Padres lose third baseman Manny Machado. He left today's game versus the Rockies in the first inning after injuring his left ankle as he took a tumble at the first baseline while trying to beat an infield grounder. Never fails. His leg appeared to turn awkwardly as he was running at first base in the top of the first. He struggled to put weight on the ankle and needed help off the field. Machado was later diagnosed with an ankle sprain. The good news is that x-rays were negative. Machado stretched his leg toward the base to beat the throw from pitcher Antonio Zenstania. Machado's cleat appeared to slip across the top of the bag and fell to the ground with his left leg buckling beneath him. Oh boy. The all-star third baseman was clearly in pain, clasping his hands around his lower left leg. Machado was out on the play as the throw beat him by a half step. When he will start again. Ugh. Yep, this is the time of year, of course, though, when injuries start piling up. All right, the Dodgers placed outfielder Mookie Betts on the injured list set by manager Dave Roberts last night. Roberts scratched Betts from the lineup for a second straight game last night, but said previously he does not expect the injury to be serious. And the star center fielder is in line for an MRI. After the victory over the Guardians, Roberts said the MRI revealed a cracked rib, and his return date was to be determined later. Cracked rib. The official team transaction was scheduled to occur later today. Roberts is not sure if it's a hairline fracture or something larger, but one thing for sure is he will definitely miss some time.
He'll be out for the year.
Think so? Betts is batting .273 with 17 home runs, 40 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases, and they are in a virtual tie with the Padres for the NL West. Out for the year? I didn't say it was that serious, so I don't know.
A cracked rib.
Well, I've seen that before.
Okay.
Well, time will tell. Okay, continuing on here. Andre Bobrovsky will not be traveling with the Avalanche to play in Game 3 in Tampa tomorrow after he suffered an injury in that 7-0 thrashing against the Lightning last night. Okay, this could get interesting here. Head coach Jared Bender says that he was still being evaluated earlier today and would know more if he'll join the Avalanche tomorrow. His status for Game 3 is still unknown. He left last night's Game 2 after taking Victor Hedman's shot off the hand. This is the second injury he has suffered in the postseason after missing 2 games in the conference finals against the Oilers with a leg injury. Oh, yeah, I remember that. The Avalanche are already playing shorthanded as they are still out without Nazem Kadri as he remains out after having thumb surgery. He last played in Game 3 of the conference finals series and resumed skating with the stick last week. Bender said today that Kadri will travel with the team to Tampa, but his status is still day-to-day. We are hopeful that we will see Andre at some point, Bender said, but I don't think we'll see him in Games 3 and 4. Stay tuned. NHL draft hopeful Shane Wright hopes to be the top overall pick in next month's draft, but acknowledges that's not my decision. I have my own opinion of where I think I should go, But we know that at the end of the day, it's not my decision to make. It's now in the hands of Montreal and their management, Wright said before he faced the media. Facing the media, that's the toughest critics of all. He said he would love to be the first overall pick, but he knows that's not his call. Montreal holds the top draft pick after winning the draft lottery last month. I hate the draft lottery. Whoever gets the top overall pick, it'll be an extraordinary moment for Montreal as they get the first pick for the first time in 37 years. I was going to my freshman year of high school back then. The draft is scheduled for July 7th, which is also being held in Montreal, and that's a first in 37 years. Nuggets forward Jeff Green has opted to stay with the Nuggets for $4.5 million next year. Green had until tomorrow to decide whether to stay or opt out, according to ESPN. Green averaged 10.3 points starting in 75 games this season, and this is his 11th team in the last 14 years. After the Nets trading forward Jamal Green to the Thunder this week, as reported ESPN this week, Green should play a significant role off the bench behind MVP Nikolai Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and Michael Porter Jr. in the front court. The Nuggets, who lost the Warriors in the first round of the playoffs, hope to make a longer run in the postseason next year behind Jokic and a healthy Jamal Murray, who missed all of last season with a torn ACL and went out with back surgery. Oof, a double whammy. Okay. The Lakers are to hire assistant coach Chris Gent at the top assistant to newly named coach Darvin Ham, according to sources. Ham is a first-time head coach, made Gent a top priority, and recruited him after being hired by the Lakers' next head coach. Ham and Gent coached together before with the Hawks in the 2017-18 season, and Gent, who wanted to play college ball for Ohio State and a short time in the NBA and overseas, has ties to LeBron James, serving as an assistant to the Cavaliers from 2006 to 2011. And there's more to this. There's more to the story here. Gent became the de facto personal shooting coach for LeBron, with the four-time MVP tweeting how much he enjoyed working with Gent. He will join a Lakers staff that includes assistants Phil Handy and Quentin Crawford, as they are, of course, holdovers from the Frank Vogel era, which was a disaster, only going 37-42, 49 this past season. His coaching resume spans nearly 2 decades. Besides stops in Atlanta and Cleveland, he also had roles with the Sixers, Magic, and Kings, and also was in the G League coaching for Bakersfield and had 2 runs at his alma mater at the Ohio State. Yes, I said the. Okay. All right. Well, after getting hammered by I just had to do it. Sorry. After getting destroyed by the Avalanche last night, 7-0, Lightning defenseman Victor Hedman said, "We lost game 2, but we did not lose a series." Okay, I get it. The 7-0 loss was the most lopsided loss for the Lightning in their playoff history. The Lightning's other biggest loss was by 5 goals. The victory for the Avalanche was tied for their second largest margin of victory with a shutout in the finals. Am I shocked by this? We lost badly, said by center Steven Stamkos. Said, "I did not expect this. Quite frankly, neither did I." The captain of the Lightning said losing by a margin like this is not acceptable, especially at this time of year, and acknowledged that some of them may have think that back-to-back champs have been counted out of the series. Most people are thinking that. Stamkos put it this way: people are going to watch this game tonight, now meaning last night, and think the series is over. But we have been to this before in the last round, so whether it's 1-0 or 7-0 or even 10-0 for that matter, it's a loss. We have to man up as a team. Let's get back to our home fans and show them what we're made of. And of course, Game 3 will be tomorrow in Tampa. I don't know about you, but I don't really buy into that home ice, home court advantage, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you win, you win. You lose, you lose. I don't know if anything really plays in a factor of home advantage or whatnot. I mean, you play how you play. I mean, you're gonna get a win sometimes at home. Sometimes you're gonna win on the road. You know that whole advantage stuff. I don't really don't buy into it because you can lose badly just as at home as you can on the road. I mean, we saw it when the Rangers beat Pittsburgh. Everybody had them thinking that Pittsburgh was going to win that Game 7. They did not. And the same in the series before that. The Rangers won that series again. So it doesn't matter where you play. If you don't bring your A game, you're not going to win. And, of course, as I often said before, that whoever has enough gas left in the tank is going to end up winning because that's what it relies on this time of year. The word, people, is stamina. Who's ever got the most stamina at the end is going to win. And as most hockey fans know, or sports fans know, that this is probably all championships to win, the Stanley Cup playoffs. Okay, the Chicago Sky have clinched the second and final spot in the next month's Commissioner's Cup against the league's best team known as the Aces. The Sky clinched their berth and will represent the East thanks to the Suns losing to the Mystics earlier today. The Sky earned their berth on Wednesday by beating the Dallas Wings. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it's WNBA, but still, I do tend to cover it because I do have some. I do know some WNBA fans out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
So just a quick see if we have anything because we're also getting down to the time where we have the College World Series that is approaching. They're now in the super regional finals. The super coming up that by the time next week we will be into the finals. And the men's double elimination round is continuing at this point. There is a game in progress right now. I believe they're heading into the ninth inning. Let me check on that to see if we're still in this game.
There's still a baseball game going on?
The College World Series, not the MLB. That's shut down. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, that ended with because remember they played the Sunday games now earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oklahoma is now beating Notre Dame 6-2. Oh boy.
What channel is that on?
Yeah. Somehow I don't think of Notre Dame as much of a ESPN2.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Turn that
on. Yeah, ESPN2 is covering college baseball. And here's a final. Texas A&M beat Texas 10-2. So that's how that worked out. I don't see how Notre Dame's going to come back from this. Oklahoma State's too tough. Notre Dame is football, not baseball. I know it disappoints a lot of fans out there, but that's the way I see it. All right, so that ends my report. So I'll turn it back over to you.
All right. Got our first episode of True Sports out of the way. Great job as always, like you've done before on my other show, the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. This will go. This will probably go on we're gonna do this again tomorrow after Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final. See,
All
the
right.
NBA's already the NBA final was done like a week ago or something like
Thursday.
that.
Now, in case if anybody's wondering, doesn't usually the NHL finals end first? Well, remember, people, that the NHL had its season delayed when they shut down for a week before the Olympics because COVID was running rampant around the league. So that's why that the finals are now rather than say like a week ago. Just in case you're forgetting, because a lot of people did ask me that question earlier earlier as the playoffs were beginning. Like, what's taking so long? Now you know. I guess it's something only true hockey fans know. Only true hockey fans like us know the real reason.
Yep, that is true. So, and with that being said, that has been episode 1 of True Sports with Louis Tenore and yours truly, Taylor Phillips. We'll be back tomorrow at like 11 p.m. or something like that.
Approximately.
Yep. See you then. Ta-ta.
All right. Good.